How's it going? It's the Great and Glorious Nick here yet again. This video is going out just on YouTube, nowhere else. I just thought I'd put my face on here. Quick announcement, yes, I am still going to be doing the live Ouija seance, which is going to be on Blog TV. Probably next week, not this weekend as the one we're in right now, but this coming weekend I will do the online Ouija seance. So long as the camera is communicating with the computer, then basically we're up and running to do the live Ouija seance, and it's going to be cool. Alright, on another note, there's been some celebratory thoughts and feelings going out there on YouTube about the fact that Sean is leaving YouTube, but the VenomFangX channel is still staying there. I don't know what all the celebration is about. We're talking about a political group of people who are so well-to-do and powerful that they can afford to set up the Museum of Creation Science and a number of other institutions. These are people who make rather a lot of money out of their variety of snake oil. The celebration really can't happen until creationism has sort of subsided substantially and a much more rational point of view has taken over. When will that happen? I don't know. But until then, what is the point in celebrating? The creationism stuff has still got to come to an end somehow. Why? Because it's dangerous. It can inhibit scientific development. It's not very good for people's intelligence, and it just becomes an excuse for bigotry and other unpleasant things. Something's got to be done about that. So the VenomFangX channel is still going to be there. It's just going to be being run by another insane young earth creationist. So there's no point in celebrating. Just because one fucktard has left the room doesn't mean to say that we can celebrate because another one's replacing him. The ideology is still there. The politics is still there. And as such, it's only a question of having won a battle and not won a war. On another note, welcome back dprjones. Thank crikey. I would feel that it's probably the protests of all of the various YouTubers who've contributed substantially to your reinstatement. Thirdly, there was a comment left on my channel by someone who watched one of my videos on the subject of demonology. I'll just reiterate very quickly. When we're approaching the occult, we do have to approach it in different ways. And one of them is to explain the theological world or the theological model that we're using during certain meditative exercises, and then to communicate about the various different alleged entities as if they were objective entities, but to make sure that we're explaining. The vast majority of my message is explaining what is the point in believing in these things as being existent entities. Sure, I've seen ghosts, I've seen angels, I've seen demons, so what? Doesn't mean to say that they exist. So yeah, I have to describe what I was doing as if it was real, because that's the best way of communicating an imaginary world that you're in a meditative state, and it is a subjective expression. I will also just give you one of my weird experiences. I don't know whether I've mentioned this before, but it was many, many years ago. I followed some of the methodology of the Lesser Key of Solomon and did an invocation of a demon, an alleged demon, of course. It was Heres, who is a version of Horus, so it's like saying, "Hi Horus, you're a great god, but now you're really, really small and I'm bigger than you," okay? Which is the attitude you got to take when you're in that kind of state of mind and doing that kind of thing. For a fair time afterwards, as in, was it a couple of weeks? I think it was a couple of weeks afterwards. Every time I walked through that spot in the room, I'd always feel a burning sensation held, this ball of heat, I suppose, and I would walk through it and feel its influence upon my body, just through walking through the place where the demon was invoked. And its dimensions was roughly the same as the triangle I'd drawn out, and its height above the ground was more or less the same as the table that I was using as my altar of evocation. All I can do is explain the symptoms of these things. If you think about it, all we can do is explain the symptom, is express the symptom. We can't necessarily apply the various spiritual models of the world as to how these things happened. If you had a disease that was brand new, no one had had it before, and you went to a doctor and tried to get some help, all you could do is tell the doctor your symptoms. That's all you could do. And that's realistically all we can do. We can temporarily use or adopt these various New Age or occult models of the world But those are only useful inside the meditative or hypnotic world in which we're doing our various rituals and meditations. That's as far as it goes. And then we can have a look at the strange things that happen around the time when we do these weird things and just make interesting notes of them. But we can't extrapolate too far. Just because I felt that ball of heat hovering in the room doesn't mean to say that there was a conscious entity there that was going to do something nasty to me if I blasphemed or whatever. You know, it would be stupid to think such a thing. Anyway, just a bit of a ramble just for today. I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Nick Dutch signing out for the moment. Bye for now.